Good evening, everyone. My name is Chet Hewitt, and I have the real honor and pleasure to serve as the President and CEO of the Sierra Health Foundation and the Center at Sierra Health. And we are your hosts tonight, but the real stars of the story are the folks and communities who allowed this wonderful art you see on the walls to be developed. And we actually have a few members of that community of artists here with us tonight.
My art practice in general, but in particular with working with my husband, it was a time that we were in isolation. And I think it was important to think about the fact that this was also the time of George Floyd, so you saw a lot of violence toward Black male bodies. And it was really important to me to reaffirm Black men, Black people, having people represented alive and well, and not something counter to the violence that we have seen.
Next up, we have Sunroof Homework.
It was just about keeping us safe and coming from a place of love and joy. So that's some of my sort of like conceptual background to the piece. And I think one of the beautiful ways I was able to build community was I was able to actually have my family, these my two sisters, they were on site. They were painting with me, were there day in and day out. I was able to have my dad was like, there was like a roller, you know, he's doing the thing. And then once it was all done, they were able to come and enjoy what was made.
The churches were asked to close their doors, and we were one of the first to close our doors at that ask. And then we opened our doors back up to be one of the first to have a community testing site. And I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that day. Dr. Kassirier came out, Congresswoman Doris Matsui came out, and from that moment on, we tested over 700 people per day we opened up our test site because we were trusted messengers. Mm-hmm. Now, you mentioned collaboration. None of this would have happened without the support of Sierra Health Foundation.
So we had just started a new program in training community to be, to have more skills, to be those voices in community, to share messages of trust when it came to mental health. And then the pandemic happened. So everything shifted online. So we were talking about tough things already. Now through Zoom, learning something different with technology. So when we had the opportunity to bring in art, it was kind of seamless because one of our community leaders is a community artist. And her project that she wanted to do in community after she did the training with us was to hold art sessions with community, especially during the pandemic, through Zoom, so that people could de-stress and connect. And that was the one thing that was the main thing behind all this, was connecting.